Welcome back to my channel, guys. Our recipe today is a special fried fish and some accompanied with an oyster sauce. Okay, assalamu alaikum, Barrifemme tay ma ñëwati isil leen nag lanay sun ndogu ñu ne nag ñu isi sun fry muy FIRIRE ndax dama fiir bi duma lekk FIRIRE tey nag ma àndal leen ko nag ak sauce yoxos. So this is a quite different fried fish, updated recipe. Si biir Barrifemme kitchen sun cas FM yi yéen a ma gën a xam ayca niñ ko faral di defee si biir Barrifemme kitchen saa su ne. Okay, so we have our fried red snapper here, red snapper fish all washed and cut. You make these traces moy rek nga dog ko was ko be pare tracé ko tracé. So I actually make these traces there. This is to ensure that all the seasoning goes in between the lines and this makes the fish taste better. So like as our tradition, first of all, before anything, let's drizzle the freshness of this lemon on it. Wow, jën nag moom boo ko limongoon nag moom xaw ma looy laajte si jën yi. And again, pink salt here, drizzle that on top as well. And so let's turn the other side, do the same process. And what I'm going to do, so this is our oyster here. You can see I'm gonna accompany this fried fish with our oyster sauce in a nice tomato sauce. It's beautiful, guys. You don't want to miss out on this. So I'm gonna put this aside and I'll be bringing the bowl to mix my fish seasoning in. Everything is in here. Not gonna go above and beyond with it. I've just got my garlic powder here, so I'll put the garlic powder, ginger powder, paprika, and sweet hot chili pepper. So muy sun kadi bu mboka, gingembre, ail, paprika ak piment en poudre. Wow, piment en poudre. So ko defé, that's cumin. So just a little bit of cumin here and there, and I mix my cumin with some mustard seeds. You know I cannot live without my mustard seeds. Oregano. So that's my mixed herbs, and just keep it simple and nice because it's gonna be a bit coated. That's why I'm adding a bit of seasoning to just give it that kick, but normally we all know the traditional way of cooking. So this is my stock seasoning. I'm just gonna add it here. Okay, some stock seasoning added here. Let me show you. So what we're going to do next is I'm gonna be seasoning the fish first, then make sure everything is well rubbed in back and forth. So let's just give this nice mix. So can you see? Look at the beauty of this. So this is the powder we have here. I'm gonna be sprinkling it on the fish, each fish. Right, so you can see I'm just gonna take this one, dab it in and out. Voila, extraordinaire. Another one, same thing. Gis ngeen poudre bi moom ngeen a jël nii rek ndax jën bu ñoo fry la. Gis nga jën bu ñoo saaf moom seasoning dang see sonal sa boppa rek. Sonal sa boppa nga see def bu sa season. Jëlal sa powder yu saf, defal sa épices en poudre. Su ko defee ñu daal di ko si def. This is the first step. Déglu leen ma rek, technique laa leen a tegal nii. Nanka jàpp golo, amut daw, amut tiit, amut ragal. Make sure you done this. What we're going to do is, so that's our olive oil. I'm first gonna drizzle this. This is to ensure that the seasoning is well around the fish first. So we have to make sure this part is important. Once you add your powdered seasoning, what we're going to do next is we're going to add our olive oil, huile d'olive. So let's mix it around toss it around with the fish here and there. You know, ma gina ham season. So ko defé dal ñi kala def powder bi ci jën bi so paré la nga dal def ni. Nga gis ne jën bi mom wérante to safam xana yow muy xalaat la du romba saf. Okay? Got it? Right, so the last bit is what we're going to do. We want it a bit crispy, so then say the farine, which is flour. So I'm gonna add some flour here and special, as usual, spice it up. I'm adding some turmeric there to give it a lovely color. Turmeric bi nak mom du pour dara daf ko jox color bu rafet nga xamne bu frayé di nga gis nak mu amal la couleur bu rafet bo xamne yow sa bopa di nga xamne sa togu xalé bi la. Kon nak ñu dal di jël la touti turmeric. Can you see? Gis ngeen? Si sasi turmeric. Okay. Nga def ko di rek mu def ko poudre. Jappo sa xol jambour. Bolé wulo ko wax. Lan. So that's it. Put it aside. Right, can you see? It's nicely coated somehow. Needle on a pour comme any with the fish in butter. So it just needs that crunchiness. The flour for this crunchiness. Put it on the side as well. And get this other one here. So we don't need to fuss about how covered it is, because it's just to make it crunchy and make it to fry nice, and it doesn't break apart as well. So it's a 2-in-1 package. Sa Barrifemme kitchen. Hit that subscribe button. Abonné. Ngeen laal nak sun button bi moy button bu red bi ngeen a gis nonu, that red button. Just hit the subscribe button. It's free as well. Right, as you can see, this is how I mix the flour with the turmeric. Can you see? You can mix it with paprika if you don't have turmeric. Well, you can use paprika, it's gonna give it a red nice color, or tandoori, but I'm not a big fan. I like turmeric better, so that's all. So like you see, sprinkle on top here and there, and that's about it, because we've already coated it halfway, so you don't need to coat it a lot. We just need it to be crispy. Right, so I'm gonna move on to our oyster sauce with some saucy oyster bit. So I'm gonna cut these into these pieces. Can you see? So this is the pieces we want, just long pieces. And can you see these long pieces? Cut all the onions into these pieces, and I'm going to cut these as well into these long pieces to make it really nice. Can you see as well? So after I cut it, so I've cut all the onions into these pieces and my bell peppers, and I'm going to start our oyster stir fry. Right, so after leaving the oil for a bit, I'm just gonna add our oyster now. Okay, so your husband in it, so we're gonna add it in. So with the oyster, once you put it in, you don't have to stir it because it's gonna break apart. So what you do is you just leave it to fry on its own.
So the whole point of leaving it to fry first is we want to fry it till it's crispy, and this is to ensure that it doesn't break apart, because whilst it's soft, it easily breaks apart. Muy yoxos rek rexos doo ko teel a yëngal, danga ko njëkk a fry gum bem wow. Su demee bay wow na si nga ko door nag di ko daal di yëngal. Waaw, teg leen fa seen loxo rek ñu ànd dem.
Right, so you can see I've left it for 5 to 10 minutes and it's starting to foam. I'll still give it a bit that our oyster is well fried. Look at all this foam that's coming up, is to show that it's well fried. Can you see? There's nothing that is not Right, so I'm gonna remove it and put it aside. Yeah, it's gonna go back in the stew, but now we're just gonna remove the oyster. First of all, I'm gonna add my tomato puree. We just need a little amount of tomato puree. This is just to ensure it colors it. 1 tablespoon is enough. So that's it. I don't want it too much. Gis ngeen bëgguma mu nekk sauce tomate bu saf tomate bi uppa dafa am rek cas noonu rek yéen a ma gën a xam as a flavor enhancer, and then we start our stew. So let's just gis ngeen tas ko nii rek rosil tomate bi tuuti ndax sauce la te bëgguloo sauce bi dee, so tomate bi foog nga jëkka ko rosi nga xam ne. Right guys, so you can see that this is our onions all chopped. I'm gonna be adding the onions after adding the tomato for 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. So rosé ni tomate bu ndaw la, so mom su rosé rek tuuti rek nga ko rosé ci diwlin gi rek dal di ci def nak sa oignon yi muy liñong bi. Right, so let's just mix it together. Right, so this is where we spice it up. I add scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, and my mixed seasoning, Barrifemme. Right, so this is the Barrifemme seasoning I told you about that we always preserve and leave it in the fridge. If you don't have it, just add garlic, any mixed herbs of your choice, because it's a tomato sauce. You can add basil, but as you can see, I've got my mixed seasoning here, so I'm just gonna be adding 1 tablespoon of that. I've got my mixed peppers here again. Can you see? Gis ngeen ni ma tako fi mu nekk dil sama ko gina tako. Waaw kay ngeen gis nak ñu jëlati rek daal di yelali suñ kudu. Just rinse the spoon because you don't want to be mixing it up. Can you see? Right. I'm just gonna add half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon should be fine because it's hot pepper as well. Voila. So I'm gonna mix this with the onions, stir fry it with the onions, mix it up here. So at this point I'm gonna add my stock seasoning. Okay, so we're making a buga aja, huh? Give it a good mix. So last like we said, after sauteing it, as you can see, this is the onions. Look at the consistency of the onions. Yeah, so we're just gonna add a little bit of sugar, sprinkle a little bit of sugar to it. Yes, again, it's a tomato sauce. This is to make it nice and enhance the flavor. And I'm gonna add our bell peppers. Can you see? So we're gonna stir fry with the bell peppers as well. And creamy. Perfecto. I'm going to be adding the oyster back into the sauce. Gis ngeen sun yoxos dañoo add. We add a little bit of water. This is to make sure it gives it a very cream and nice sauce. Okay, gis nga ñu daal nag di def suñ ndox. Bii xeeti sauce. Ah, dama fiir ba absolument for me triple double. So yeah, let's leave it to simmer nicely, and this is gonna soften the oyster as well, and perfecto. Right, so you can see the water is rendering nicely. Can you see the oil on the side rendering? This means that our sauce is almost done. Very nice and thickened sauce, really nice, and goes absolutely perfect with our fried fish. Gis ngeen nii la rek yéen a ngi gis waaye ngeen gis ne diw baa ngi jóg daaw ñu bàyyi diw bi. So we're gonna wait till the oil renders, and look at how beautiful it looks. Our peppers are not too overcooked because we still want it there, that crunchiness, and look at how softened our oysters are. Ooh. Ana Aisha Camara TikTok. Aisha Camara tey nag plat bi sa yekka la. Yaa moom bii jëlal Aisha Camara TikTok. Follow her on TikTok, guys. I'll put her link here. Aisha is so supportive and creative, and we really appreciate your talent. Thank you for the love. Right, guys, so let's start with our fish in order to fry it. You just want that's my parsley, fresh garlic with the cover, and I've got a bit of chili. This is to ensure it flavors our oil. So we're going to fry the fish now. Okay, look at the fish as well. Looks so beautiful, very nicely coated. And this can just ensure these are frying on the side, flavoring the oil. Gis ngeen sun persil leen def ni rek benn kaani bu sew ak laaj bi daal bul ko xooli waaw ndax cover laaj bi dinaa si ñëw. So let's leave this here. I'm gonna add another one. I always tend to fry it opposite. This is to ensure they don't touch each other. Can you see? This way. Can you see? Look at how beautiful this looks. Frying very nice. Okay, so we leave it to fry nicely. Give you a better zoom.
Right guys, so moving on to our coleslaw. I'm going to be making a different coleslaw which is very nice and goes perfectly with fish, especially this fried fish. Give it a try.
So I'm adding like a cup of vinegar to it. This is to ensure it has a very nice taste, especially the cabbage. Again, this gives it the savory taste. White vinegar. I've got some black pepper here. And 1 onion, right, 1 onion, add sugar to it to give it a sweetness. Such a nice coleslaw salad. 2 tablespoons of sugar, that should be fine for us. Okay, that's my balsamic vinegar. I'm just gonna be adding 2 to 3 tablespoons, but this is not the main ingredients to it. So if you do not have any balsamic vinegar, but it just gives it a different taste. If you have it, you can just get it from any supermarket, Morrison's, Asda, anywhere. So you can see we actually took out the cabbage and the carrot and onions from our pickle sauce. You can keep these pickle sauce maybe for another time, but I don't need it today, so I've just put it on the side. I can put it in the container because I do not like wasting. Look at how nice it is. I've added it to our salad on the side here and here as well. I'm trying to make our plate, getting about my business.